Hello and welcome to Reviews of Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about the brand new kids animation film Sing 2. This film was directed by Garth Jennings, and he directed the first Sing film back in 2016. Real quick before we dive into this review, if you like all kinds of movie content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you like movie Blu-ray hauls and movie reviews, this is the spot for you. Hit that like button and comment if you're interested in seeing this upcoming kids film, Sing 2. Now, without further ado, let's jump into my review and reveal my thoughts. Buster Moon and his friends must persuade reclusive rock star Clay Calloway to join them for the opening of their new show. The film stars Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, Scarlett Johansson, Halsey, and Nick Kroll. Going into Sing 2, really, the trailer didn't really reveal too much about the plot, other than there was a ballad about what I'm still looking for ballad, and then they had the lion where he doesn't want to play music. And that really was pretty much the trailer. They really didn't show too much in the trailer. But going into this film, compared to the first film, I have to say that this isn't as good as the first film, but it's a decent film. So going into this film, I think that the animation is really good. It's not as top-notch as a Pixar film, but it's pretty good, and I don't really have any gripes with the animation. I think the voice acting is good. I even think that the singing is good, even if I don't even like some of the songs. Most of them are the popular type of pop songs that you would hear on the radio. There's Cardi B. There's all these different hit songs that most kids and young adults and older adults would recognize. And the basis of the plot, in a nutshell, is basically Buster Moon and his buddies. They have this show, Alice in Wonderland, and they are performing it in the beginning, and they have this critic watching them, and they don't like the show, and they basically say that they'll never make it big. So they basically go off to the big city, and they try to have this hit show, and in the process try to recruit this rock star, Clay Calloway. And you learn more about Clay Calloway towards the end of the film. He really isn't much in the film at all. He's a lion. He's the white lion in the trailer, if you didn't know of who I'm talking about. But really, I didn't really necessarily connect much with his character. There was one little thing that was making me kind of connect a little bit, but for the most part, I didn't really connect fully with his character because he's really not much in the film. They really make a big deal about his character throughout the film, but they really don't necessarily dive much into his character or really give him much of a prominent role, other than the fact that they're talking about him throughout the film. As far as the music goes in this, you're gonna know pretty much every song in here. It's all hip hop songs. Younger audiences and older audiences, they'll appreciate the different music that they throw in this. I don't really think that they overdo the music, and for the most part, I think all the songs, they're sung pretty well, and I think that the kids will have a good time with the songs that are being sang in this. And one thing I will point out in this film compared to the first film is there's a lot more comedy in this film than the first film. I found myself laughing at the little jokes. I know they're kids' jokes, but I had a good time, and my son had a good time with the jokes. I was in a full theater, and I can tell you that the little kids and the adults were laughing the entire time throughout this film and really enjoying this and singing along to the songs. So I really think that kids and even older adults can really appreciate this movie and have a fun time. It's not really a complicated plot or really a plot that is a really, really good plot, but it's just a kind of a simplistic plot that kids will enjoy this and they can understand it and they can have some laughs and then talk about it a little bit with their parents. And as far as life lessons that I felt that could be taken out of this for kids is kind of overcoming your fear and just going for it, and kind of overcoming any fear that you have. And then the second thing that I kind of came out of this, and this could be for adults, is if you lose a loved one, don't give up on your dreams or something that you're good at. Keep continuing and keep grinding, regardless, because that loved one would want you to kind of keep pursuing your dreams and pursuing your interests that you enjoy. And then the third lesson is don't lie to get your way to the top. those are the 3 lessons that I learned out of this. I think they're pretty good lessons for kids, and even throwing the little lesson in there for the adults. I'm going to give a score of this film a 3 out of 5. I think it's solid. It's not as good as the first film, but I did enjoy it, and it has some laughs, some chuckles, and some singing that is involved that is pretty good, and some pretty good acting, and some decent animation. So that is my score for this one. Thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys on my next one.